We recently made this ergonomic laptop that folds out like this, so that it's at eye height when you're using it and you don't need to bend over and hunch like a normal laptop. We also had an ergonomic specialist come out and evaluate this, and the main feedback that they had was that when you're using it like this and the keyboard is at the right height and distance away, the screen is a little bit too close.
If there was a way that the keyboard could even slide a little closer to you, that would be awesome.
I can think on ways to move the screen farther back and the keyboard closer would be the main improvement.
Yeah.
Now, the version we showed in our video, you can't push it too far back, otherwise, I mean, that's doing surprisingly well. But
yeah, it'll tip.
It'll tip. So we added one very important and nice add-on. A third leg.
Yay!
What that allows you to do is move the screen farther back from you and then extend this.
I have to step back to get it on frame.
And now the monitor's at the right height and the right distance away from you. And it doesn't add much weight or size to this ergonomic laptop at all. So I think that that's really cool. Now, another thing that I noticed a lot of you guys were commenting is some people said that they're actually difficult of seeing. So they actually like the laptop really close to their face. And you can do that too. You can just extend it this way. You can still access the keyboard and the screen is now super close to your face. If you wanted to, you could I haven't done this before, but let's see how much closer you can get it to your face. I mean, you can get it really close to your face. So it's a pretty simple addition. All I did was I added this hole right here on the back. You just add another brass insert to it, one more selfie stick that just extends down and threads into that hole. And just because I had it, I added a little threaded rubber bumper that threads into the selfie stick.
Good grip.
So that like it's a little bit more grippy. You don't really need it, but I had it. And it makes me happy. So I kept it there. All right, it's been a few days and I've already made more changes. Turns out that one leg is totally fine. It does what I wanted this to do, but it is a little bit wobbly because one long pole going out is not nearly as stable as two. Now you'll notice I also did another change. Instead of having it extend down this way and have the rubber end here, I actually took this rubber end off. I special ordered this little nubbin. It's like a little bumper with a 1/4-20 thread in there. So cool.
Very cool.
You thread this here, and I don't know why, but this makes more sense to me. I just didn't like it when it was little skinny thing getting wider.
Like aesthetically?
Also because this is a bigger, wider base and it has a wider contact area to this surface. I believe that this is stronger and more stable just inherently going like this as opposed to this, because this was such a little landing area, this diameter, compared to this diameter, this is much bigger. So this is a more stable mounting point and I want this to be as stable as possible because I don't want this wiggling. So anyways, this file is available too, whichever one catches your interest. I also printed a joiner down here to join the 2 feet together so that when it's time to fold this all up, you just push on these together and they stay together. Again, it adds even more weight, but it still doesn't increase the profile much at all. And it's still a pretty easy process to raise up, extend out, grab these, drop those legs, and then you are in business. And it's really stable now. Like this is good. I like it. Another thing that I saw commented a lot was that you were worried that this isn't like a full computer because it's just a tablet. But you can get full Windows computer tablets. This is a Windows 11 tablet. It's running great. I can edit photos and videos. I'm 3D modeling on here and everything. So I just wanted to point that out just in case you didn't know. One more comment that I saw a lot is that it'd be great if there was another screen. And I forgot to include this in the original video, but I use it with the second screen all the time. I just take this magnet right here, I slap it on the back, grab my second screen, hook it up with cables, and then they're not sponsoring us.
Get out of here.
And then you have your second monitor right here. Now, you have two screens. and it's ergonomic, and it's portable. You can travel with it. It's transforming and everything like that. So I'm really happy with this improvement. Another thing that you guys mentioned is that you like the split keyboard. So many of you guys were like, this would be great if you still had the split keyboard. And I agree, but this solution wasn't great long term. It's a lot more complicated. And I think the connections are gonna wear out over time eventually. Like, you didn't see some of this, but I ran this long cable under here. This is like an FPV cable. And like, there's some weird stuff going on
It's
down
a bit more
here.
exposed.
Yeah. Now, recently there's been a big development on that front. I got this keyboard. And you're like, Evan, this looks just like this one, but a little bit bigger. What's so important about it? Well, look at this. It's wireless. It's Bluetooth, and not just that. There's batteries on both sides.
Ooh.
They communicate wirelessly. Now, there are still issues with this. The Bluetooth isn't super stable of a connection. It's a little bit finicky with the current firmware. It's also very expensive. It's $390 for this. So it's definitely like enthusiast grade. It's definitely not consumer ready. And there's no off button. You can't turn this off. There's no off button.
Okay.
Why is there no off button?
I don't know.
You can't even like put it into sleep yet. They're talking about different ways to like lock it and put it in like low energy state, and you do a special key press combination to unlock it. But definitely not like a easy consumer grade solution, hopefully in the future. But for the enthusiasts who really want a split keyboard and have disposable income, this is an option, and I probably will be making a special base in this style for this keyboard. And I specifically want to make it so that it can slide out.
Ooh.
Yeah, there are threaded holes on the bottom right here and here. And what I'm thinking is you reach underneath, you loosen 2 screws, and then the 2 keyboards slide apart. It's totally doable. I just need like a day to model it and prototype it and all that other stuff, which I'll do sometime.
But the cool thing is, the whole thing's modular.
Yeah.
That's why you were able to add this leg. That's why people can do whatever keyboard they want.
Yeah, I think those are the main points I wanted to hit with this update. These files will be uploaded to the same folder where all the other ones are. I'll also include the link to it in the description. If you have any questions, leave them in down there. And it's fun seeing all of your thoughts and enthusiasm and suggestions for how to improve this. But I really like this one. I'm really proud of this. And it's so fun because you just take it apart right here. Let's put this back up here. I like to keep it straight. Lock this. You just fold this up really easily. You fold this up really easily. And it really doesn't even add much to the overall profile or weight. And it lets you do something really cool. Anyways, bye. All right, so it's been less than 24 hours since the last update. Katelyn has already finished editing all of the video together, and here I am with another update. I wonder if she's gonna be amused, annoyed, or impressed. Hopefully impressed, or a nice emotion, but I just had to get this idea out of my head. So I love the dual leg design, it's great, but I didn't like that the laptop had to be in line and parallel to the legs because of how it was set up before. But now with my new design, I can independently tilt the monitor independent of the legs. And how I did that was by adding, yes, even more hinges. These tiny ones right here instead of these big ones. I've been experimenting with these for a while, and I modify them in the same way that I do their bigger cousins right here. I just take off the bottom like this, and I re-tap the bottom, but instead of tapping them in 3/8, I actually can tap these in 1/4-20. So basically, the exact same as shown before. It has the same base, it has the same poles. I just added 2 little hinges right here that let me hinge this still, while keeping the added support of this, and yep, sorry, trying to do that while filming is hard. But basically, it still folds up within the same envelope as before, but now we just have these 2 hinges that hinge out like that. So I think this is gonna be the last update. I'm sorry, Katelyn, that you're editing this in. I love you, thanks, bye. So I worked on the laptop even more.
Do we need to film an update?
I did it all by myself.
Yeah, but I need to edit it.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm filming this. Thanks for making dinner. Okay, thanks, bye.